It is your boy Roman, and we're here with.
Your girl Shay. What it do, y'all?
We're back here for episode 3 of the Act Out podcast, and we're ready to speak about some things. But first and foremost, Shay, how was your weekend? How was your week?
It's it's been tragic. I'm not even gonna lie. There's just too much going on. But I mean, I drank like all weekend long, so I guess I'm chilling, fine.
Lit.
I'm so excited to be coming home, ready to go home.
Oh, where
Um,
are you?
I'm in Vegas. You know the
Okay.
vibes.
What stays in Vegas? Wait, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Sometimes, sometimes it follows you back to Portland.
Oh,
I was like it then. But how's your week been? How was your
uh,
weekend?
my week has been a little bit overwhelming because of school, but we on the road to graduate, so that's what's up.
Yes, we love to hear it. Once this party.
Uh, oh, party. We don't know yet. um, I don't know. A party would be cool, but it's not in the works. Something's planned. Um, but then speaking of parties, I actually went to my friends, my good friends. Speaking of friends, uh, I went to my friend's birthday dinner. Two of my friends, because their birthdays on the 19th and the 20th. So shout out to Jose and
Nice.
Mario. Those are my dudes. Those are my homies. They're like one of my good friends. Um, and yeah, the dinner was fun. We had a couple drinks, legally, and um, yeah, that's pretty much it. I hung out with my girlfriend on Sunday. We went axe throwing, so that was cool, new experience. We should actually do that one time, axe throwing. It's a pretty fun activity.
Yeah, I saw your guys' story. I see you hit it like right in the middle. I said, okay,
You
you
know
know
the
what I'm talking about. She
vibe.
be practicing to kill you.
When I shoot, I don't miss.
Oh, okay. I see the
um,
vibe.
but speaking of friendships, today's topic is about friendships. So I know first episode we spoke about how me and Cheyenne are friends, but this episode we're gonna speak about our friendships outside of ours. We're gonna speak about what is a friendship, how do you define friendships, and what is a fake friendship. So just to get off that, Shay, how do you define a friendship? What is your definition of a friendship?
Um, I feel like it's a really hard question, kind of. Well, me, I really only have like three friends, including you. Um, and to me, all three of you, um, you guys are always there for me. And I feel like each and every one of you have seen like the good sides and the bad sides to myself, or like you see me down in a way. Like I know you see me cry.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard me cry. Um, I don't know, but I feel like you guys are my friends, and I call you guys my friends because no matter how happy I am or how upset I can be or sad I get at times, you guys are very like you guys don't judge me.
Mm-hmm.
You help me through it the best you can. Like I've had situations where I come to you and I'm telling you about something and you tell me yourself like I have no idea what you're going through, like I can't imagine, but you still have like words of wisdom or like pieces of advice or like just you give me words that help me in a way to where I can feel better and like, I'm not alone. I feel like I'm not alone. And you guys are just like extended family to me, basically. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you need money, I'll give you money. I don't know. I can like count on you guys, and I feel like you guys can count on me too, in a way.
Right. That's what's
Yeah,
up. That's a good definition.
it's like that's so complex. Like, it's just I don't know.
Right.
But what about you? What defines friendship to you?
Friendship to me is I struggle with this. Friendship to me would be someone who is down for you. And what I mean by down for you, someone who, if you need to call them, let's say at like 9 at night, and they pick up the phone or they call you back. And and basically someone who is willing to, yes, like go out and turn up and have fun. Yes, like that's, that's fun. But also being a friend means being there when that person is going through low moments in their life. Giving them encouragement. And also that video I sent you on TikTok, it talks about how you need to check your friend, or they need to check you. If a friend doesn't tell you what you're doing wrong, that's not your actual friend, because there's times where everyone does mistakes or does something wrong, and you should be called out for that. And if you're not willing to call me out, you're not really my friend, because you don't have the confidence enough to tell me when I'm wrong. And if you can't take criticism back when I tell you when you're wrong, that that's not really your friend.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. It's just we've had those kind of conversations where
In
like,
private, yeah.
yeah,
Um, and also I feel like a friend stands up for you even when you're not in the room. Like let's say like they're hanging out with someone else and they're talking bad about you, that they're willing to be like, hey, cut it out, that's my friend. Like even though if you're not friends with them, that's still my friend, and you need to stop speaking about them.
yeah,
And also just someone who like supports you. Like I know even with this podcast, a lot of friends supported me, and I was like, damn, I didn't. The people who I didn't expect to support are supporting. So I'm like, you're supposed to be there for your friends in highs and lows, and that's my definition of a friend.
yeah. I feel like especially with this podcast and a lot of the support that you did end up getting, I feel like that's a nice feeling to know. Like, didn't even know we were like that, but it is like that. Like
Yeah.
just to see, yeah.
Yeah. So do you? So you said you only have three friends. Do you feel like there's a reason why you only have three friends?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, besides you, my two other friends, Carla and Susanna, I've
Shout out
known
to them.
them. You're right. Shout out to you, bitches. Love y'all. Um, I met them my first year of high school at Reynolds when I had moved to Oregon. Um, and that was like what, 2013, 2014? It's like 2021. It's been like almost 10 years.
Right.
And we've definitely had our shares of like fights and talking shit and just highs and lows. Like I've gone through a couple of times or once where I wasn't friends with both of them for like miscommunication. It was just this whole dumb thing. But I mean, after we talked things out, like we just communicated like this is what happened on my side. Like I don't know what happened on your side, and then she would tell me what happened on her side, and then we would figure out and just work together where the miscommunication happened or like where things just went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And like to this day, we could sit here and talk about it and laugh because it's funny. Like it was stupid. We were little, acting childish in a way. Like it was just dumb. Like it didn't need to happen, but it did. But I mean, in the times where we weren't friends, it made me realize like how they really were my real friends and how much love and appreciation that I do have for each and every one of them. Um, and it's just weird to see like how much they themselves have grown up. Cause I remember when I first met them, there were things that they thought were so nasty and they were not into. And now they're into that shit. And it's funny, like you were just making fun of me for doing that, but here you are doing it too.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm shy around other people. I feel like that's why it's hard for me to make friends. And I don't I don't know how to make friends. I don't know how to talk to people. Like you and the girls, you guys know how I am. Other people, I don't know. I can't. I don't know.
But what are you struggling? What do you mean by you struggle with making friends?
I don't know. Like nowadays, you meet someone and like, for example, they want to go out, they want to hang out. Like, I don't know. I'm only used to like hanging out with certain people. I guess it's just outside of my comfort zone, like actually opening up to like new people and like getting to know people on that new level. Like, I don't know, like putting in the time, like, cause you got to put time into, I feel like putting a time into a real friendship or bond or whatever, like it's hard
Mm-hmm.
because there's things that, you never know what's going to happen. And if you guys are going to be able to work through it or not. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm willing to like waste my time with other people and like put that time in because I don't know.
People are weird sometimes. Okay, okay. Um, for me, um, there's always this misconception about me when it comes to friends, because a lot of people are like, you have so many friends. I feel like I think at first at the beginning of our friendship, you would tell me that too. You have so many friends.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference. There's a difference between knowing someone, talking to someone, and being friends with someone. So with me, I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people. And I also speak to a lot of people. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're my friend. This might make a little people mad, but that's just the truth. And not everyone who I speak to is my friend. And I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. If I'm not calling you at 9 at night, you're not my friend. You're just someone who I speak to.
Yeah.
And because a friend to me is someone who, like I said, like my definition of a friend. That's my like that would be friends. So I only have a few friends. Not a lot of friends. I have a few
Yeah.
friends. Like those people who I hang out with on like a regular basis. Someone who I talk to on. I don't even honestly. My good friendships are people who I don't even speak to on the daily. It's people who I speak. I can go months without speaking to them, and then it's just a simple text, and then boom, it's like we were never like it's like we were talking every day.
Yeah.
Like
Okay. Yeah.
like one of my best friends, he lives in Texas now, and we don't speak all the time. But whenever we see each other, when he comes to visit, or like, we talk on the phone. It's like we were never apart. We were always together the whole time. So I think that's one misconception about me, that people think I have a lot of friends, and I don't. Honestly, most of the time I'm by myself. I don't even go out unless unless I have something to do, like unless you invite me to a party, that's when I come out. But other than that, I don't really go out like that. I go on move like I don't even go on moves anymore. I just go out when I have to go out.
Yeah. Especially with all this Rona stuff.
Yes, and I feel like that's another thing with like COVID. I stopped going out as much as I did because I used to go. I used to be the person who would go out every weekend, and I
Yeah.
stopped. And I think that also hurt some of the my friendships because I stopped seeing those people and stopped talking to those people. But I always feel that if you're my real friend, you always come back, and because that means that the bond is still there.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But also another thing I wanted to touch on, you said that you struggle with making friends, right? I don't I don't struggle with making friends, but I'm okay with meeting new people. Does that, I feel like
Yeah.
you've seen that, right? Like I wanted to talk to
Yeah, you're very outgoing.
yeah.
Like you I feel like you really are a people person. You like even if you don't know them, we've gone out to like a party, you don't know people and you start talking, hey, I'm Roman, like you introduce yourself like how you met my brother or my cousin
Uh-huh,
at a
yeah.
party.
I was like, hey,
My
what's up?
brother, he till this day, he fucks with you. He's how's your friend Roman? Blah, blah. I'm like, you hung out with him once, but
But
okay.
yeah, literally
But
once.
yeah. Oh my God.
Uh-oh. Did we lose her?
I'm dead.
Last night we were
My
actually talking about technical difficulties, and look at this.
my sister just tried to call me.
Oh, tell you what. Actually, guys, my mom called me during this chat, during the podcast. I don't know if you guys noticed,
Really?
but I was like texting away.
I'm dead. No,
Um,
I didn't notice that.
so do you have a frenemy?
No.
Do you know what a frenemy is?
Well, to me, that's like your friends to their face, but behind their back, like you don't give a fuck, or like you'll talk shit if somebody's talking shit. Just a fake friend. Like I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't.
But I feel like I consider them like a toxic friend, someone who like you're cool with them, but you talk shit about them, they talk shit about you, but y'all cool. Does that make sense? Like only that person can talk my ex smack to you, but other people can't.
Oh,
That's
I
why
don't
it's
know. I
toxic.
not the toxic. I don't know why that's funny. No, I feel like I personally don't have a frenemy. I don't know.
Uh,
Maybe I'm someone's frenemy.
I can think of one, and I think you know who.
We talking about the same guy.
He's the homie though. But I feel like we like argue and fight, but we still like we're good friends at the end of the day. But
Yeah, but that's you.
huh?
I don't really think me and him are friends.
Okay, new topic. Speaking of, because you mentioned fake friends, have you ever had fake friends in your circle?
um, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess back then she would have been a friend of me. I don't want to say names, but in high school there was a group of us, and there was like 6 of us. So there was always like the two,
That's never
like
good.
everybody was closer with someone,
Hmm.
and there's this one girl. What can we call her? We'll call her Ashley. So me and Ashley were never close. We never talked. Like the only reason we were actually friends was because we were friends with all of the other girls.
Hmm.
And I think it was like junior year. I noticed that she kind of stopped talking to a lot of the other girls, but and then she started talking to me more. So I was like, oh, like I didn't think anything of it. I was like, whatever. Like we're all on the same group of friends. She started like venting to me about this guy, and she's like, oh, I feel bad because like, oh my god, people keep calling me. Um, but she was just telling me she was being sneaky to one of her
Hmm.
other friends, Maria. And so, Ashley was telling me all this stuff, and she was like, don't tell her, blah, blah, blah. But me, because I have always been closer to Maria was one of the first people I met. These are not their real names, but I told Maria, I told all the other girls, I said,
What'd you
this is
tell
what
her?
this bitch Ashley is saying, like, and it's like, I'm not okay with that. So I wanted to tell you. And then, yeah, she
But
just
don't you
like,
think you should have told Ashley to tell Maria how she felt?
I did. And Ashley didn't listen.
So she's just a punk.
Basically, like, she's a weirdo. I don't know. But yeah, she blamed me for everything. She's like, you're the reason why I'm not friends with her.
Uh huh.
And I was like, I might be the reason why she pressed you and like stopped talking to you. And I was like, but you know, I didn't really care. I didn't care. And she tried to stick her sister on me, and it was so funny because Reynolds really isn't even that big. I feel like everybody knows of everybody at least. Like if you say a girl's name and there's a multiple of like Ashley's, which one? You say the last name, you know who they're talking about. So her sister was me. She already knew everybody at our school, and she kept threatening me on like Facebook and Instagram, talking about I'm gonna catch you when I see you, blah blah blah. You know how many times this girl just see me walking past the math hallway, like, and she go run into the bathroom. And it was funny, like she didn't just do it to me, she did it to me and like the rest of the girls. And I kept telling them, I said, there's no point in being scared. I said, because how many times has she seen us, whether it's together or individually? I said, and she don't do nothing but look at you. So she's not gonna do nothing. I said, and even if she does, like I know all of your guys' classes, like I will run to your class. But yeah, I think that was my really like only encounter of a fake friend, I guess.
Hmm.
But that was like high school stuff. It's just funny now.
But I feel that that's where friendships are created, though. In high school, I feel like friendships comes out of school, out of because you're around that person consistently. It's kind of hard not to make friends if you're seeing these people every day. Like
Yeah,
for me,
yeah, sure.
I mean, I'm sure your two friends are coming from high school,
Yeah.
and for me, oh my,
You grow up with like everybody.
yeah, like everyone who I speak to, uh, talk to, know, and I known them for years. I known these people for years. Some people I known since elementary.
Yeah.
So I know how these people really are. Um, and so I know when someone's capping, when someone's being fake, because I'm just like, like, you don't really act like that.
Yeah.
So fake friend experience for me. So I can only think about one fake friend experience because this person became fake to me. Because person one had a person with person three, and I was in the middle. So I'm the second person. So person one told me that they had an issue with person three, but they never pressed the issue to person three.
Uh-huh.
So then I was like, oh, what the heck? I didn't know they had an issue. So then I told person three, hey, did you know that this person had an issue with you? And then they're just like, no, they never pressed no issue. So then me and person three are like, what the heck? So then person one is talking all this smack. And then there was a party that we got invited to, that my good friend invited me to. And we were allowed to bring a plus one. So, but person three is connected to someone. Then they always come together. If the person three doesn't come, person four doesn't come. So they're a pair. They have to come. So then it just so happened that person one was at this party too. But to the understanding, person three and person four have no issue with nobody because no one has pressed their issue. So I invited them because they're my friends, and I wanted my friends to come out because they like to turn up and they're good like party people. So I was like, I'm gonna bring them out. They came. I told the host and I told person one that they were coming to the party. So then um they get to the party, and I feel that they got mad that all the attention went to us because before they got there, everyone was in the living room doing their own thing, like partying. But then when my friends got there, um, person three and four, we was in the kitchen, we was turning up, and then everyone left them, person one, everyone left person one to come party with us. So I feel like they got kind of mad because I was with three and four,
Yeah.
not them. So then, yada yada yada. Drinks were like people were having drinks, and then somebody was trying to press an issue, but the other people were confused, like you didn't have an issue because I have messages of you, of the person one, telling me that you want to hang out and you want to kick it, but you're telling Roman that you got a problem with us, but you're out here messaging me telling me that you want to be my friend, that you want to do all these hangouts. And I wasn't aware. I was like, oh damn, you got exposed. You was talking all that smack, but you was still trying to be their friend. And
Person one sounds tragic. That's all I know.
I think they're just very insecure, and I don't blame them. Um, so, um, and they're talking about some on site, and then person three and four they bought that life, so they pulled up to their job. Guess what they did?
Caught him on site.
No, they ran to the back. Like they didn't want to fight.
Oh, person one left.
Well, there was a lot of smack talking, and then apparently I was the reason why this all happened. That I was being fake because I invited them. I'm like, how am I fake if you haven't pressed an issue? How are they supposed to know you have an issue?
All right.
Does that
I
make
think
sense?
maybe it's because yeah, it makes sense, but to them, like whoever person one is, they're probably like, I personally told him I had an issue and he still invited them, blah, blah, blah. But he still doesn't make sense because you can't sit here and have an issue with someone, but then still on the sit here and try to kick it with them and all this shit. Like you're really weird. You're strange.
Exactly,
What is
but
that?
I'm the fake person. And and then somehow some way I was just becoming the topic of their conversations, and me and this person known each other for years. We grew up together, so it's crazy to me how all of a sudden I became this bad person, this fake person. And I was becoming the topic of conversation in their home, and when they would go out to dinner, and they were telling people that if they were my friend, they wouldn't fuck with them no more. And what else would they do? They were saying that I was broke, but they haven't even gone out of state, but California. And
Stop.
uh, I was just very confused. And I was and like they would tell, yeah, they would really tell people if you fuck with Roman, we're not gonna fuck with you no more. I'm just like,
See, and that's weird because like why does that even matter?
and I didn't do that. Like I was like, where is this coming from? Like I was like, can we talk it out? The person never like I asked the person, can we talk it out? And they said no. And they
See, so
wouldn't.
that's on them because you're trying to be the bigger person. You're trying to press the issue that
Yeah,
they have, and he don't want to deal with it.
exactly. And
But the fact that this person went out of their way to really like do and say all that, like you must be really miserable with yourself. Like to really, if you're friends with Roman, I'm not gonna be friends with you. Okay, bye. Because
yeah,
well, what's the point of that?
yeah. And then that person one, they went to hang out with the host. They went to a gym. They went to the gym, work out. And and I became the topic of conversation there too because the host is my good friend, and they didn't realize how good of friends we were. And person one was all like, "Oh, um, you like like he asked the gym the host of the party, the gym, the person who went the hold on, I don't want to expose nobody. So person one went to the gym with the host of the party, which is my friend, good friend, and they didn't know that. So then person one decided to talk smack about me, but the host was like, nah, he said, we're not gonna speak about my friend. And the person one was shook, like, oh my, like she did person one didn't know uh that they were so cool with me like that. So and then after that they no longer spoke to that guy, to my good friend.
Guys, can you imagine how embarrassed and like stupid person one felt like trying to talk all this shit and then your friend like really like was like nah,
And
like
that's
defended you.
exactly, and that's what I mean by if your friend don't speak up for you when you're not in the room, that's not your friend. And to this day, me and the host of the party are still friends, and we actually spoke earlier today.
Okay, that's good though. At least you know you can count on the
Yeah,
host.
I can count on the host. Like me and him go back to like a friendship where we don't need to speak every day. We just
Yeah.
naturally come back in like each other's circle. But shout out to him. He knows who he is. And yeah, that's my only thing I can think about that I had a fake
Yeah.
friend. But what's crazy to me is that people are so easy to forgive other people for things that they have done and which are worse than than the person who has been there for that person in a different types of ways. And that's just crazy to me.
Yeah.
Another
I see where you're coming
example, another example, I wasn't personally in it, but I was a witness of it. This person was mad at this other person. So this human was mad at my friend because they weren't as close anymore or friends like that. And then the human was all like, how can you not be my friend after I was there for your dad's death and I've been knowing you for so long? I was like, and then he was like, how you friends with those other people and you know them less time? And then the friend replied, was my friends told her, well, they even though I know them shorter, but they've been there more for me than you have. Even though you have been through these traumatic experiences, they have been there for me way more than you have. And then that's when something clicked in my head. And that's true. Like, it doesn't matter how long you've known someone, it matters
Mhm.
how much you have been there for someone.
Yeah, or like just the amount of effort that each person puts into the friendship or bond
Mhm.
relationship. I don't even know what to call it because I don't know, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because me and you, I mean, we've known each other for so long, but we were on and off friends for like what, 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
And we just started actually being like really close friends since August of 2020. And I feel like you've seen a lot. You've been here for a lot of things that happened already.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel
Unexpectedly
like
too.
when it comes to friendship, like, I said like it takes time to like put into a friendship. At the same time, it like, yeah, like you said, just knowing someone for so long does not matter.
Yeah,
Because
it goes back
I
to
could
that
have met you
saying.
a month ago.
It goes back to the saying, um, quality over quantity.
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
I feel like that's like says a lot, and I also feel like having big circles is not good because also
No.
that's more opinions. That's how like drama happens when you have a lot of people in your circle because all of a sudden you tell uh somebody something and then all of a sudden they tell the other person. And do you ever think it's funny when you're like, okay, don't tell nobody, and then have you ever like gone and told someone else, and then you're like, hey, don't tell nobody, and then literally, and then at the end, everybody knows, and then there's the person who is being exposed. They're just like, what the fuck? I told you not to say nothing to nobody. Have you ever been in those kind of situations?
I don't think so. I
No.
don't know. Not that I can think of.
Oh well, that has been in those kind of situations. So, what do you
What
think are the
the
best group sizes? Like a group of six, like you were in before, a group of four, a group of three, or a group of two?
heck? Honestly, I don't know. Because I mean, like in high school, when it was six of us,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there really wasn't a lot of drama. Um, I don't know. I've been where it's a group of two or three, and like, I don't know. Because with the group of two or three, it's like my two other friends, like Carla and Susanna, like when it was us three, I feel like things were fine. But I don't know. Maybe someone felt left out in the end and like never said anything. Because like me and Carla, I live with Carla, I live with her and her family. But then, Susanna lived like literally down the street.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't know. I don't know. That's a hard question for me. I really just don't know.
So let's give each other three scenarios of a fake friend. So basically, think about one or two or three, if you can, scenarios of a fake friend, and then we rate them each. Does that make sense?
Okay, you go first.
I'll go first. So, okay, so let's say you are dating someone, right? And then your good friend um, then ends up talking to your ex. Rate that. How fake is that?
um, I feel like to me that kind of just depends. Like, how long ago did I date this guy? How
Um,
serious was I with this guy?
you dated this person a year and a half, and you've been friends with this other person for 2 years, and you broke up like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago.
I don't think I feel like that would be weird because, if I dated someone for that long, obviously we did the nasty. So my friend is not doing the nasty with that guy. That's weird. Like sharing a pee. That's weird. I don't know. I feel
Well,
like that's,
that actually happened in my friend group, and with men.
oh,
Yeah.
I, I feel like I think it depends on the person. Because to me, if I broke up, if we didn't work out and you and my friend can be happy, then I guess go be happy. Just don't think me and that guy are gonna be cool.
Mhm.
I
Okay.
don't know. Probably like an
So
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. So what
Yeah.
about oh, in this second scenario, um, you have a friend who is friends with a person you don't like, and then you find out that the middle person is talking smack with the person who doesn't like you. How fake is that?
I've had that happen actually. I mean, that's fake, but what can you do?
Oh,
I don't know.
you said that's normal. That's an average day to me.
Well, it's just if I don't know, because like if you're irritated with somebody and then you want to go vent, I feel like other people take advantage of that person just wanting to vent and take it to that like we're gonna talk shit. And then I feel like the person who was just trying to vent doesn't even realize like damn, like I'm really sitting here talking shit about my friend. But I mean, if you're
Uh,
irritated with me, then you're irritated with me. What can I do if you don't say
no,
anything to
no,
me?
no, no. That middle person should have pressed their issue with you or the other person they supposed to be cool with. Nah, that's fake.
Oh no.
Unintentionally, but that's fake.
Yeah,
So what do you rate that?
that's a cool 10.
A cool 10. There you go. Uh,
He's like right answer.
yeah. Okay, third scenario. Okay. So, how about, you haven't been getting the bag lately, COVID-19 hit, um, and this friend, they got it, they got money, they got a bag, the OnlyFans check is coming in, they're doing their thing, and so then this friend of yours is taking you out. They're like, I can take care of the tab, don't worry, I got you. But then behind closed doors, they calling you broke. They can write you off on their taxes because you basically a dependent. How
You're
big?
out of pocket, bro. See, but that that's out of pocket too. Cause I don't like that shit. Don't sit here. And if you know I don't have money and I don't want to go out because I don't have money, but you're insisting, don't do that. And then turn around talking about I'm taking care of this bitch is broke, blah, blah, blah. Like you could have left my broke ass at home,
Like I
but
said,
you
I
over here
wanted to.
wanting me out. That's fake as fuck. I don't understand why people do that because I feel like I know a few people who do that. Like they'll want to do this, but it's just to sit here and be, oh, I did this for this person. Like use it against them and like just brag about it. Don't do that shit. What the fuck? Like I don't understand the mentality of what do you get out of that? Like, okay, you might make people laugh because you're sitting here talking shit and cracking jokes. But at the end of the day, I feel like that personally just speaks on their character because they're not doing it out of the kindness of their heart or because that's actually their friend. They're just doing it so they can sit here and brag about, oh, I got the bag like that. Like I could take care of it. Like you said, that's a tax dependent now. That's so out of pocket.
I know I'll be coming up with out of pocket shit. So
I
can you
feel
give
like
us?
you're not even coming up with it. I feel like this is some shit you've witnessed.
No, 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 don't put that on me. No, this is something I just made up.
I'm dead.
Can you
I
give us
don't
one
know.
scenario and I'll rate it?
Okay. Ooh. Okay, so you have a friend, you grew up with him, whatever. And he has a girlfriend,
Uh huh.
and you sitting here hitting up his girlfriend on the low, and he finds out, and your friend presses you, like, how do you feel about that? How fake is that? And
So
as you as that
so she messaged me or I messaged her.
no, you messaged her. Okay, this is messy. So
That's me
you
being a fake friend.
no, I know, but if your friend found out that
Uh
you were
huh.
sitting here trying to low key get at his girlfriend and he like pressed you, I feel what situation I'm trying to explain to you.
Uh well, I would be like, it's because
Like if you
that's
were that fake friend, just how do you feel?
well,
I know you're supposed to rate
the
it,
rate
but
is 1,000. That's fake as fuck. But I think also if you were supposed to be friends with that person, that's messed up because why are you trying to get at his girl? And I
and
feel
then he
like
gonna
sometimes,
press you and you're gonna talk about you're still the homie.
oh, I know what you're talking about.
I just wanted,
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna lie, I just wanted to throw that story out there.
damn, yeah, that's yeah, like Miss Cheyenne would say, that's tragic.
Oh no.
um, yeah, well, basically what we're talking about, that's fake. You shouldn't be hitting up your homie's girl, because there's hella girls out there. And then if you get pressed so bad and you post it, you should not say, but you're still a homie. Because that person just pressed you for filth. Um, but then okay, let's stop on the scenarios. That is really fake. How like I think that you should never, if you're dating someone, your friends should never try to have some like flirtatious conversations or try to like make that other person uncomfortable because that's
Yeah,
fake. But then I
that's weird. Like,
yeah, because I feel like I would be more mad at the person because we're supposed to be friends.
mhm.
Do you think it feels weird? Well, I've never been in this situation, but do you think it's weird how like well, I know a couple of people who have dated the same girl and they just all homies and kick it and I'm just like, yeah, I don't feel some type of way that y'all tasted the same.
I don't know. I feel like in our generation, in our day and age, like that's fucking normal. Like,
But I
but
would feel
I
some
to
type of
me,
way.
yeah, I don't know. That's weird. And like,
Like how you gonna
I
be
don't know
okay with
how
how
your
you gonna be
friends feel
okay with
about
your
that.
friend sleeping with your girl or vice versa?
So yeah, this goes back to like the thing that you asked me, like, oh, your friends dating someone that you used to date. Like, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, if the guys are cool with it, then I guess they're cool with it. But then, like, if I was that female, like, I would not want to show my face around those people. That's weird.
Hmm.
Because can you imagine they all sitting there like rating you, like, oh, this is what she did for me. This is what I did to
Oh,
her. Like, that's out of pocket.
and not to snitch on the guys out there, but some guys do that.
Exactly.
They,
This is too funny.
yeah, but so what is the last thing you want to say to all the fake friends out there in the world?
I don't know. I hope your OnlyFans account is doing great.
That's another
I
topic
don't
for
like
another day.
yeah, I feel like I don't care enough. Like I just be laughing about everything.
Well, with me, I take friendships very, very serious because it's really hard for me to open up to people. So when you turn fake on me, I'm just like, really, like, what the heck? At first, like the first times, you be kind of sad because this is supposed to be your friend, but then after a while, you're just like, f them. They missed out on a good friend, and I hope um, you meet some real people because maybe you should learn from them because you're not real.
Right. And I think the one thing that I really hate though is like when you do have that friendship that it didn't work out and they turn fake, you turn fake, whatever. In my experience, you know, I was like, oh, not even gonna lie, I was a really bad kid growing up. Like I was always getting in trouble. I was always getting suspended. Like I really was just doing the dumbest shit as a 14, 15, 16-year old, like for no reason. I don't know. But it's like after growing up and like finally realizing like I'm really a dumbass and I need to stop doing all this shit and like get myself together. Um, I don't know. I'm pretty open about like all that stuff that I did. Like when people ask, I'll tell them. There's no point of lying. Because if you don't hear it from me, if you ever meet my mom, you won't hear it from her. You might as well hear it from me.
Mhm.
I hate that shit when people will sit here and turn around and like, oh, that's why this bitch did that. This like just talking all this shit and exposing all my business. Like, I don't really care because if people were to ask me about that shit, I would just tell them straight up. But you don't need to be running around telling my stories like it's yours because it's not.
I agree with that. I feel like if you're supposed to be my real friend, you should not be telling me my business. That's a story for me to tell now.
Exactly. Exactly. Like and like I just want to understand too, like what do people get out of doing that? Like you guys stop being friends and then you're gonna sit here and expose like stories or secrets or just like really like deep things that people have opened up and shared to you about. Like what is the point of you telling other people about that? Because
I
again, that
agree.
just says something about you as a person.
Me too. All the people who I had a falling out with, I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing until I start hearing things about me. So when you start caring about my information and you just want to give that out to the world, all right, bet, let's cool. Because I'm about to unleash everything I got on you. But then again, I don't because I'm just like, damn, that's kind of messed up, you know. It hurts me more to put that out there than what they're saying about me.
Right, because then at that point you're lower than they are in their life.
Exactly. So shout out to other people who have betrayed me, became fake to me, and are no longer in my life. But shout out to you because maybe you are real now or not. But that's all I had to say about fake friends. Just stay in your side. I'll stay in my side. Fake and real, and I'll be on the real. You'll be in the fake.
Right. Oh, that's a different breed.
Right. Well, that's it for today's episode, everyone. Follow us on Instagram and listen to us on SoundCloud, Apple Music, and Apple Podcasts, and also on Spotify.
I didn't know that the Apple Music and the Apple Podcast were two different things.
Well, I think you can find us on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm slow. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
Me too. We'll catch you guys next time on the next episode.